Culture turns World Food Day's 2025 theme into meaning action. Third edition of Antigua Art Week set to begin on November 26th, and Trump imposes new sanctions on Russia. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. Today is Thursday, the 23rd day of October, and I am Jasmine Thomas. The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources partnered with the St. Christopher Outreach Center to provide hot, nutritious meals to members of the community at its annual luncheon on Friday, 17th October. The initiative formed part of the activities marking World Food Day, observed under the theme Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future. In addition to the hot meals, fresh local fruits and bottled water were also donated by the Department of Agriculture, promoting the use of healthy, locally grown foods while supporting sustainable farming practices across St. Christopher and Nevis. The ministry underscored that the event embodied this year's theme by translating the message of solidarity and collaboration into tangible community impact. The St. Christopher Outreach Center continues to provide weekly meals and care for the underprivileged and shut-ins across the island. The management of the center extended sincere appreciation to the ministry for its continued partnership and annual contributions, emphasizing that such acts of generosity bring comfort and stability to those most in need. Senior Meteorological Officer Elmo Burke is reminding the public that the St. Kitts Met Office is the official source of information on any form of weather patterns that may affect the Federation. During a period when misinformation in the public domain can lead to panic during the passing of a weather system, Mr. Burke says it's important that persons listen to what they have to say.
The competent authority here in St. Kitts and Nevis when it comes to meteorology and weather on a whole, and we continually monitor the weather conditions across the Atlantic and any weather system that could potentially affect us. We will give you adequate notice once we see things are evolving, whether for the better or for the worse. We will try our best to give you adequate notice to safeguard lives and livelihoods.
He adds, while social media has its role to play in informing the public, it is still important to pay attention to the source of the information being disseminated.
Social media is to give you some hint as to what is likely to happen. But when you want specific in terms of what are the potential impacts to us here in St. Kitts and Nevis, then what we would ask you to dial into us. Start to focus more on what we are going to put out. Because you find most of those persons in the social media realm, they're going to be looking at it from the large scale, the Caribbean basin. They're not looking at it at island to island or one particular island.
That was Elmo Burke, Senior Met Officer at the St. Kitts Met Office. In regional news, the third edition of Antigua and Barbuda Art Week returns from November 26 to December 2, featuring over 50 talented artists from Antigua and Barbuda. The 2025 edition will feature a lineup of outstanding Antiguan and Barbudian visual artists, including students of the Antigua and Barbuda College of Advanced Studies, Fine Arts and Creative Studies Department, and finalists in the Art Week Student Art Competition. Exhibitions will take place across the island, from the V.C. Bird International Airport to independent galleries and studios. Art Week 2025 will feature exciting contributions from the Antigua and Barbuda diaspora and the neighboring Caribbean island of Nevis. Returning diaspora artists include Kwame Delfish from Canada and Odessa Willock from the USA. Nevis Vaughn Anslin will also be present. Antigua and Barbuda Art Week is presented by the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, the Department of Culture, and Long Bay Brewing. And now for a look at news on the international scene. The U.S. has announced new sanctions targeting Russia's two largest oil companies in an effort to pressure Moscow to negotiate a peace deal in Ukraine. The announcement came one day after U.S. President Donald Trump said a planned meeting with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin in Budapest would be shelved indefinitely. "Every time I speak to Vladimir, I have good conversations and then they don't go anywhere," said Trump. While the economic impact to Russia is likely to be minimal, it represents a major shift in Trump's foreign policy, having previously said he would not impose sanctions until European nations ceased buying Russian oil. The Kremlin said Russia was immune to the sanctions. And now for a look at the weather. The present weather across St. Kitts and Nevis is partly cloudy. Winds a gentle breeze of 9 miles per hour from an easterly direction. Seas are 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 4 to 6 feet. Weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis, mostly cloudy with a 70% or high chance of showers. Weather tonight, mostly cloudy with a 70% or high chance of showers. Sunset this evening will be at approximately 15 minutes before 6, and sunrise tomorrow morning is set for around 6 o'clock. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.